And we're back.
We are back. What we're we doing again? Oh yeah, leaks and spoilers.
Yes.
Right. So I have a couple of images which I'm going to show you now. Screen share. 1 second. There we go. Right. So first one is the Parasaurolophus skull, which I think it might be used as a stand-in, if I'm honest. However, it has got like blood splats on its head, so I think it's meant to be dead.
So that's the Dominion one, isn't it?
It's the Dominion Parasaurolophus, which I think was a really cool design, so I'm happy with that. And there's a zoomed out shot of it being dead on the floor right by that's in Thailand, actually.
Yeah.
Nice little water source in the jungle. I think that's a really nice setting, actually.
Yeah.
I think it looks very Isla Sauna, doesn't it?
About to say, like the way it's been shot, it can be Costa Rica, it can be anything like that, can't it?
Yeah. And the way it's positioned, that is definitely a dead or a dying Parasaurolophus, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's dead, yeah.
What would your feelings be if it's a Deinosuchus?
I'd be happy with that.
I don't know. I think he still looks like a para.
Yeah. Oh, Chris is tonight.
Touche, Chris.
I would be quite happy if it was Deinosuchus, just on the basis of they had the Deinosuchus in the Lost World arcade game, and that was always like one of my favourite levels to shoot.
I'll tell you why I don't think it would be a Deinosuchus is because that's not how crocodiles eat their food.
Oh no, it'd be dragged fully.
It'd be dragged. It'd be drowned in the water and ripped to pieces with a death roll. So it wouldn't be in a whole piece for a start.
Yeah.
So I do think it's another form of death. But who knows?
I don't think it's been a dinosaur that's been attacked. I think there's going to be a scene that's going to be very early on in the movie, and maybe it's going to be on the mainland, and it's showing how dinosaurs aren't surviving. And this is the blood, a rotten corpse been there for a while. They're showcasing that these dinosaurs just haven't been on the main.
Well, like just a carcass almost.
Parasaur as well. It wouldn't make any sense for it to be on an island because it wasn't on an island. So how would it get there? I think this is a mainland shot.
Could well be, like some hikers have been like hiking through that part and come across it.
Yeah,
what would be mirroring actually? Do you remember in the novel of the Lost World where they found the dead para in the fishing trawler? It could be mimicking that sort of scenario where they found a dead para in an environment that they weren't expecting to find it.
I mean,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
There's no reasons why they wouldn't be able to migrate across borders, but it depends on what the borders are like.
I suppose the issue we've got is with Dominion, they were shipped all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's no real restriction of where they are. You know, they could be put on an island. You know, Richard Branson might have bought a couple of paras and put it on his island.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a very good argument. Very good argument.
But more believable, I'd definitely go with what Matt said. And this is definitely
like an
on the mainland. Yeah, and it's because of this issue that they've got that these dinosaurs aren't surviving.
Yeah.
And maybe because that's why they need to go to the island to get the pharmaceutical DNA, because these dinosaurs are dying from a disease that has been passed on to humans. Hence why they need to get this pharmaceutical DNA to create a cure so humans aren't dying from a dinosaur disease, DX. So,
yeah.
I'd love them to bring the DX disease in.
Yeah, I would.
Really, really would.
Yeah. It makes sense for it to go in that direction. I was just going to say, that's Kenji's RV down in the background there. Maybe he's tired of parasites in his RV and he's actually gone and done something about it this time.
Yeah, I was going to say, or failing that, the para's just having a sleep in his tent and his tent's collapsed.
I couldn't work out what that was at the bottom of the para, like just below its tail.
There's a rock in it.
Is it
a rock? It's just a rock. It's a very old. It's a very old turd.
Yeah,
a very old turd.
This is the shot of the. This is what was making me think that scene.
Yeah,
with the screen.
Yeah.
Is filmed like The Mandalorian.
Well, that's general.
you see what I'm
That's
saying?
not
That
the whole-
circular.
It's just blue screen, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what the Mandalorian's filmed on.
No. The
It's on the
Mandalorian
volume.
on a volume which is an LED screen. That's just general blue screen. So they'll remove that in post, as opposed to the volume where it's live.
Yeah, because
Right.
that's what they had at Pinewood, didn't they?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is filmed in like a pool by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And I've seen some drone footage, which I haven't got actually. I think you can actually find that on, I think Swerve or Best in Slot covered some footage on this, some sort of drone you could hear and action.
Yeah.
And there was like, bring him in. And it was like something like, that's why people were thinking that Spinosaurus was attacking the boat because it was.
It wasn't like here he comes and then the attack.
Oh, here he comes, yeah, and making the boat rock. So there is like a little sailing boat, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Little family sort of yacht almost.
So I'm very intrigued to see how they come into this situation because surely they're like, how would the government, the Costa Rican government work in terms of, would they have a radar for boats getting too close? Because isn't that why dinosaurs were like an illegal paragliding company?
It all depends though, because a lot of these are done on like transponders, aren't they? So all you got to do is turn your transponders off, and then you're effectively blind from any radars.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the guy was
But
watching out.
would the family do that?
We went ahead with it, so it might be a case of that they were relying on visual tracking to
Okay.
taken off the island.
So I'm definitely. I can't wait for this film now, mate. Honestly, I feel like I'm more excited about this than I was when I was waiting for Dominion to come out,
Yeah.
and I think it's because it's just
Refreshing, brand new, and it like
different
ideas. Stuff.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to seeing a new cast with Scarlett Johansson as well. So
Yeah. I mean, I think like you said, there were like you're more excited for this one than Dominion. I think it's mainly because Jurassic World was like up here, and then Fallen Kingdom just down, and then Dominion down. You know, we need something to pick us back up.
yeah, I've definitely got a more love for Fallen Kingdom now after Dominion.
I enjoy Fallen Kingdom.
However, it definitely isn't in my top 3, so top 4.
Yeah.
So this next image is very similar to this one. So it is different. However, there is a very similarity of the way that this is sort of structured like a nose with the nostrils and teeth.
Yeah.
So nose, nostrils, teeth. And then if you look at the next page, it's almost very similar.
Yeah.
Nose, nostrils, teeth. I don't know whether that's meant to be the same building or they've just taken that set photo of being actually a real life ruin on site and thought, I know, we'll use that idea.
Yeah.
Go with it in case we do use this and it's just part of the ruins. It's just like another one.
Yeah. This
And
could be
gone
the
with
entrance to the ruins.
Yeah.
Gone
Got
with
the
the
stairs up and
I
then they
still
walk
think
through.
this is a set. Yeah.
Because I don't think that is a set. I think that is actually.
Oh no! What I meant
entirely
was like it is that they're going to use it for filming. I didn't mean that they've made it.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just like
obviously-
location.
that's at Sky Estuary Studios.
Yeah.
So
I'd love to sit and make these sets.
I know I would. I know someone that does it. He works at Pinewood. He did. He made the last one of the cool things he made before wasn't Jurassic. He was working on the Batman, the latest Batman film with.
Oh right, yeah. I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
And the time and before that, he made Newt Scamander's briefcase.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
He's a carpenter, but he went over to see Pinewood Studios when Fallen Kingdom was being built.
Yeah.
And he went and saw the T-Rex
Nice.
while it was in that container. Yeah. So I spoke to him actually. He said he's going to if he gets any information that he can share or he'll pass that on to me. But he's not working at Sky Estuary, so it's just who he knows.
Okay.
But I'd love to be involved with something like this.
Yeah.
It'd be
So
so
where
cool.
where in the world do you reckon this is going to be based? Because, like, obviously it feels Thailandy, but also very South American-y.
I still
Yeah,
think it's
American.
Central America.
I think it's I do think we're going. I think the islands is a safe bet because I think that's the one thing about being on the mainland is it's too open. There's no. I don't know. I think that's what went wrong with these animals in the wild is that it was too. The safety was
Too big. There wasn't enough danger. Wasn't scary.
no, and I think being in a secluded space. That's what worked with with all the original trilogy. There was no means of escape, was there?
Yeah.
You know, when you're on the mainland, you've got satellites and you've got all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Jack's put looks like Southend.
Yeah,
What's
not far off.
I'll tell you what's a good comparison between the Jurassic level of dinosaur interactions. Compare it to Planet of the Apes. You've got the first film where you've got a very human populated world where the virus or whatever the hell it was that they released towards the end of the film started affecting humans. By the second film, you already started seeing the diminish of the human population versus the apes population. And then by the third film, humanity was almost more or less wiped out. With the World Trilogy, you've got pretty much everything is as normal with dinosaurs. Second film, everything's as normal with dinosaurs. And then by the third film, everything's as normal but with dinosaurs. It doesn't feel like anything's actually changed. Whereas at least with the Apes trilogy, you kind of got that feeling that the apes are slowly starting to take over the world.
That whole film arc, I love.
Yeah, it works so well. And it's a shame that the World Trilogy couldn't adapt their own version of that because I think that would have saved it.
Yeah. And that's why I said to you earlier, can we not have Rise of Jurassic World, Dawn of Jurassic World?
War for Jurassic World.
Yeah. It's something along those lines.
Kingdom of Jurassic World.
Yeah. Just something. But so yeah, getting back to the sets. So very, like you said, Central American-y. What do you reckon is going to happen? Are they like, do you reckon we've got like a dinosaur hidden in this ruins or somewhere? And they've got like Indiana Jones style it?
I think this is very clearly different from the first photo. And this is clearly a cliff face. And you can see by the action mats that they're obviously meant to be climbing up this cliff face. It wouldn't surprise me, and I know it might be a bit out there, that this obviously we know they're after 3 colossal creatures, and from what I've read on another synopsis thing with that is a land, sea, and air creature. It wouldn't surprise me if they go down the route that this is like a pterosaur that's nested up there, so they have to go up there to get the DNA
or the Quetz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
whatsoever.
Quetzal nest.
Yeah.
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 Otherwise, why would they
Big enough for Quetz?
What's that?
Is that big enough for a Quetz?
I would say no, actually, if I'm honest. However,
just look at the scale of the person.
But it doesn't mean they can't discover the cave on the way to the Quetzal nest.
Yeah.
Maybe this is where nothing to do with any of the animals, and this is where they discover that thing that's been, what's it called? What was the synopsis? For decades.
Oh,
or something.
Yeah, the Dark Their secret. Yeah.
What does it say? What one was it on? It said, there you go, been hidden. Yeah, shocking discovery. Maybe there's a shocking discovery in there.
Maybe they find Mexican Muldoon.
Yeah,
Mexican
Muldoon. Or it's Ray Arnold.
I would love that.
Yeah.
It's Nedry.
Yeah.
Jack says gives me a lot of the Arthur Conan Doyle's Lost World book vibes. I know Crichton was a big fan.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It also kind of gives me vibes for Son of Kong as well, where they discovered the temple there as well.
Yeah.
That's a
Totally cool.
very similar sort of look to that. Actually.
Yeah, now that you said that, it is very like Kong style, isn't it?
Yeah. Which again would tie into the whole King Kong homages that have been in the previous films throughout the series franchise. So yeah, that makes sense.
How different is that from that? Oh, that is a little different. It is different, actually.
Yeah. They're taking elements and maximize.
Yeah, it does seem like it's part of that, though. Almost like, you know, like when you go to, like when I went to Chichen Itza in Mexico, there was like, it wasn't just a big bloody pyramid in the middle of like a jungle. There was other things. There were things leading up to it and around it. There was actually like a big area, and it literally just had pillars about 20 foot tall, and it was just pillars, and you could play hide and seek behind them because it was like just everywhere, and like loads of different random stuff that were used for other things. So, you know, these could all link together to make like one story point. I think that's going to be quite a fun part of the story, actually. Especially if it's just a few characters.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, actually, what's with the crash mats at the bottom there? So it's either going to be they're going to have to jump out of that onto the crash mats, or they're going to be falling from something in front of the cave mouth. So there's definitely going to be some kind of action sequence involved, because otherwise they wouldn't put the crash mats there.
Yeah, I think like Matt was saying,
everything's
like
just so health and safety conscious now these days that they've just got to put them there just to meet regulations, and they're just abseiling. Who knows? Like,
yeah.
But I like your excitement theory though.
Yeah, I was looking. If you look closely, like zoom right into the crash mat, and I think like Matt was saying, like they might be climbing up because they look like abseiling equipment.
Yeah.
You got your safety person holding.
I have seen a photo with somebody here.
Yeah.
With ropes.
Yeah.
So I think he was climbing up. Would they not have a green screen or a blue screen on the bottom? Maybe, but
didn't they film with the?
We could be taking this fully out of context, and these guys are just finishing up and painting.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, they're just abseiling up there because they've got to be on a harness to paint that little nook.
There or something.
Hey, Bob, you've missed that brick over there.
Yeah. Oh crap! We've left the label on it. Left the price tag.
Shit! Oh, there's a potted plant. We better move that.
Oh yeah, no, leave the potted plant.
Who's left the coffee cup up there?
Yeah,
labels. None of us even mentioned InGen.
No, let's go back.
Yeah.
There is.
Played some kind of role in this film.
An InGen logo. Is that the InGen logo?
That looks like an InGen.
And that's definitely going to be one of the 5 deaths.
Yeah.
Because this is obviously on the island harbour.
Yeah.
So
annoying, I can't make that out.
If you go up to the top of the
await,
it says await rescue, which is interesting.
Oh yeah, await rescue. There we go.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't
await
find
rescue.
You wouldn't snap that
here.
would you?
Oh,
yeah.
Await rescue craft here. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Come here.
I guess that could be Site B, where Hurricane Clarissa, and they slapped that on back in the 90s, saying await here for rescue. I mean, it would look a lot more aged, I've got to admit, but.
Alright, and then zoom back out.
That's got to be for a T-Rex, right?
Yeah.
Although, if we see, right, are we all agreed that if we see a T-Rex in this one, we want to see the Red Rex?
Different one.
Something complete. We want to see the classic Red Rex, mimic of the toy from Kenner.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that means mine will go up in value.
Yeah.
Anything but the fucking Jurassic Park Rex. I'm sick to death of seeing it now.
So I was literally just going to say, so where are we on the stance of Rexy? Because
she's dead.
Yeah.
She died. She died off screen.
To die.
But how much of an anti-climax death would that be? It'd be like, you know, the dinosaurs are dying out throughout the weird, like from whatever through climate control, and that's how Rexy died. You know, she just died because of lysine deficiency.
Yeah. No,
well,
it would be
going back to the Parasaur, maybe they'll do like a few shots where obviously we see the Parasaur dead, and they go to a few other species that have died on the mainland, and maybe just the Rex would be one of them. Well, I know she's in Biosyn Valley, but maybe those dinosaurs there, because obviously everyone abandoned this, so they weren't being fed, and the herbivores would have eaten the trees out of our anyway. So,
quick question before we move on to this point that Allosaurus 1456 has made, because I actually do want to talk about Blue quickly. What dinosaur do you think they're looking at, or do you think they're actually just looking at a ruin? Like they've got to be looking. They look like they're
in his eyes.
What was a brachiosaur?
They look like they're looking
What's
at
in his glasses? What's in his glasses? Can you see?
Well, it's not going to be anything. I don't. Oh, hold on. Is that a Parasaurolophus?
It's Steven Spielberg sitting in his chair.
Yeah, I know, innit?
I mean, you wouldn't see any reflection of dinosaurs in his glasses anyway, because it's just a shot, and it's CGI'd in after.
Unless it's a practical shot, though. Unless it's a practical dinosaur. You never know the hour standing.
You just got to look at. So they're sort of bent down, aren't they? And they're not looking high up, so it can't be any high creature.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be a Stegosaurus.
Must be a
because we've
dinosaur.
had that.
No, I don't want it to be any average dinosaur. I want this to be one that the fans are going to go mad at, like Spino.
It's a sticky mullet.
Or it's going to be one of the colossal three.
I think it's a Herbie.
I'll say it's got to be a Herbie, because they don't look concerned enough for it to be.
No, they're looking wonder. They look a little bit like they've just seen a Brachiosaur, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do wonder if it is that.
Could be a Juby Brachiosaur, actually. We've
Well,
not
it
had
could
one
be
of those
anything.
yet.
Like, no, we haven't. Actually, no, we haven't. Other than in like their animation stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So sorry, I want to get back on this point. Blue. Now, Blue and Beta obviously finished the trilogy, like they've gone off into the wild. Now we're going to assume that she's going to protect Beta at all costs. She's meant to be the most intelligent animal on the planet. The most intelligent animal on the planet will not die out from extinction. It would likely move to an area where it's meant to be thriving. So that's why intelligent animals survive. So I don't think we've seen the last of Blue, purely because of marketing reasons. I don't.
Yeah, we have.
I think she's too big of an animal. Or if they don't see Blue in this movie, I think at some point in the trilogy, she will become the missing piece in which brings it all together.
Possibly.
Oh,
But is it too much like Fallen Kingdom?
yeah.
I agree. I'm not saying I want my theory. I'm just saying I agree, but they're all part of too much of something else, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like you can say that about all of them. Is Jurassic World just too much of Jurassic Park, but on a modern version?
Yeah.
Is The Lost World, is Fallen Kingdom just a newer take of The Lost World?
Well, let's face it, like, regardless of where Dominion was at the end, it's still an island. Regardless if it's an island surrounded by sea or mountains.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Allosaurus, I'd like to know why you would hate that. I'm not saying that I would love it by any means. It was just something that made me think because of what you said. I'm just trying to think of a plausible reason as to why Blue would be in this story still.
I don't know. I think they've just got to steer clear of all of that sort of stuff.
I think,
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
Disneyfying it, basically.
I think they need to stay clear of everything that we've seen in the last trilogy, to be honest, other than the pharmaceutical reasons, which make sense.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we've got to think of why have they made this film full stop? Like,
To make £1 billion.
other than to make £1 billion, like,
And to recover the tarnished name that the last trilogy gave us.
So this film has to be standalone, doesn't it? It has to be standalone enough to work on its own and as a trilogy, like Jurassic World. And
Let's face it, if this film is good enough and we get another film, etc., and it works out that this is such a good franchise, it opens up for Universal's new theme park to get a Jurassic Island.
Yeah.
TV show as well.
Yeah, it just opens up the franchise. If Fast and Furious can get 10, 11 films or whatever it's at now, why can't we get that input from Universal?
Yeah.
Because it's really difficult to make dinosaurs drive motor cars. That's why.
Well, you never know.
You never know, indeed. It's a real tough one because obviously I'm with you. I'm with everyone. I'm with Allosaurus in the chat. I wouldn't like that plot either, and I do think, but I'm also thinking to sell toys. Like Blue sells toys. Blue is the Grogu of Jurassic. And it's unless they're going to come up with another way.
That's what I was going to say. They'll just come up with a different dinosaur that's
come
just
up
as
with a
cute.
different dinosaur that's just as cute or just as has that attachment.
But
I don't want it.
They can make
I don't
their
want
money
it.
from the characters. Like
Everything
Mattel.
that Matt's doing with his face is I agree with and I don't want. I think that's what made. I think that's what ruined the Jurassic World trilogy is having that. Is I guess nerfing
If they bring back
dinosaurs.
Blue, they bring back Rex.
Yeah.
And as much as I love Rexy, because obviously just nostalgia, because she's been there from 93, just be gone with them now. Like Rexy, she should have been dead long ago. Blue Eye was dead. Don't want them.
I think it's been another
Bring you
5 years as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think where was she last?
Italy.
Sierra-
Bryson Valley, wasn't it?
No,
Well,
not
now
like
the
Blue.
now the Giga's dead. She's the main.
Blue wasn't.
She's the. She's
No, I'm talking
the
about Blue. She was up in
Blue was
Blue.
the
She
mountains.
had to go a long, long way from that snowy environment to find somewhere suitable. Like it's just, it's ridiculous. So, can you imagine the outrage if one of the first scenes was her rotten corpse?
Or just
Yeah.
like,
I would
or
also
just- yeah.
commend
Okay, fair
the
play.
brave writing
Yeah.
of that. Actually,
Yeah, and then she's at beta as well. As a
I
last
would I would rather see that than see her die
Yeah, me too.
I
because
suppose.
not that I would get emotionally attached to a fake dinosaur anyway,
But it has. You think, how old were we? We were 6
yeah.
when Rexy came out.
So she would be 31 years old.
Yeah,
And that's just on screen.
31 years.
That's on screen as well.
Yeah.
That's not even including how old she's meant to be in the film.
She was born in 88, was she?
Something like that. Yeah.
So I mean,
What
so
if the
she'd be-
opening scene
almost
is
our age.
Rexy
Should be
taxidermied on somebody's wall?
She'd be 36. Actually, she would be 36 years old in 2023. So she'd actually now be 2 years ahead in 2025 because this movie's set 2 years ahead of real time.
Yeah, so 2027.
So she's
So-
like 40.
Yeah,
I'm trying
so
to
she'd
think
be.
what the current theory on T-Rex age is. I'm sure I want to say it's like 40 or 50 years old is the estimated age of how old a T-Rex could get.
I thought it was about like 30 years old.
Yeah, but
Unless
it could probably grow.
Rexy's hitting a midlife crisis, and she does end up driving a car, and this is how we get the Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
The ending scenes that Vin Diesel just put back like on race.
That's exactly that.
And that's how she dies. She wraps a car around a tree.
Yeah.
Crossover.
So, shall we move on to final thoughts then?
yes, why not? So for me, final thoughts are I'm really, really looking forward to this movie, and I can't wait to see what they do with a trailer. I'm guessing the trailer will come out Super Bowl? Do you think we'll get anything before then?
November.
When's Super Bowl, Steve?
February.
You think we'll get something as soon as November?
Yeah, I think we'll get a teaser
Alright.
in November.
Do
You might get, you might get a TV spots.
Maybe December.
Oh,
just
I
before
don't want
Christmas.
TV spots.
No.
I just hope Universal don't absolutely ruin the marketing of this film, because every other trilogy, every other film that we've had, so Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, every single TV spot, we know exactly what's going on.
Yeah. We've sat there and gone, we've seen this film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The TV spots, the trailers need to have a dinosaur roaring, black, and then Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah.
June. Done.
Or maybe a little bit more now, which is no point. But because we already know that, but maybe something, or just a piece of dialogue or something.
As long as they don't throw out the very first hint of this is what we're actually doing here. It just tells the whole synopsis in that one little teaser.
Right, so here's an example. Did you guys watch the Rise of Skywalker trailer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Star
But
Wars.
at the end, and you had the Palpatine laugh at the end.
Mhm.
I remember you saying about this.
Something like that would be great with a Raw, and you're like, oh my god, is that the Giga Raw or is that the? But do you know what I'm saying? Do you know where I'm going with
Someone's
that?
gonna go. Is that a T-Rex? And you go, no, it sounds bigger.
Yeah, and then then it cuts to black, and then it's the Raw. That I'm not saying that idea would be good, but I just do think something like I just remember how mad the fan base went of Star Wars when that laugh came on at the Star Wars celebration thing. So
I think just make a trailer up that has nothing to do with the film at all.
yeah, Disney are quite good at trailers, though. That's the thing with
Yeah.
Disney. You can watch a whole trailer of something made by Disney, and you not have a clue of what's going on in the plot. Planet of the Apes is a prime example. Now Fox have taken it, and Alien Romulus as well.
That looks
Both of those films are superb, and I didn't get an ounce of what was going on in the trailer. I just was just in awe of just visuals. I was just like, yeah, that looks sick. That looks sick. That looks sick. That looks brilliant. Oh yeah, they've got the face huggers. They've got a pack of them. Brilliant. That's going to be good. You don't have any context of anything. You just see stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so you go into them films both blind, really, and both of them are Fox. I think both of them are Fox Studios, but I know Alien was. So Disney have a good one with trailers. They're pretty good.
So we agreed that hopefully trailers don't spoil it.
Yep.
Looking forward to it. Don't like the title, but looking forward to it.
We aren't ruined by returning characters, either dinosaurs or humans.
Yeah.
And it's
Or dinosaur humans.
For me, title is okay, but I need context of it. I hope they don't just blow over and it's just a random title that makes no sense to the plot of the story. I like the badge logo. I like the fresh sort of turquoisey sunrise sort of style to it. It's very different.
Like I said, it's fresh and it's crisp. It's good.
I love the casting from the three main characters or the two main characters. I think I like the black guy. I think he's great in most films he's in, and I like Scarlett obviously in everything she's done. So I think
Questionable about some Marvel, but I'm not really a Marvel guy.
yeah, but she's still good in Marvel films, ain't she? She's still good. And obviously, kids are just kids.
Yeah.
They're going to be. They're not going to die, are they? So it's just going to be about saving him, and someone's going to be a hero, aren't they?
Exactly that.
I'm excited.
As long as the girl doesn't kick a raptor out of a window, I'll be happy.
Right,
Yeah.
genuine question though, because one of the polls has come in already, and it came out as 47% hype was between 9 and a 10. 26% of the votes of 23 votes were off the Jurassic scale. 17% was 6 to 8, and 8% was meh on their excitement level. All right, where was yours? Paul? Mine falls between. I'm going to go with. I'm actually going to go off the scale.
I'm at 9 to 10.
Yeah, so my 9 to 10.
I think 9 to 10 safe because I'm definitely excited, but
Yeah,
off the scale.
the thing that's worrying me is that obviously with the backlash that Dominion got, the backlash that Fallen Kingdom got, that they're overhyping this film. Like, oh yeah, we got Scarlett Johansson. This is like the best thing. Every little thing that's been released, they're like, oh yeah, this is amazing. This is awesome. You know, look at this and that. I just feel like they're throwing too much at it to try and go, look, you know, we get it. The last films weren't great. This one's going to be good. And I just hope that it doesn't fall short.
Yeah. I get that worry. I guess 9 and 10 is a safe bet, though, isn't it? Those I think with me, it's probably actually I'd say my off the scale hype was for talking about this film more than actually was coming. So
and it's been a while since we've had a talk. So.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a proper chat, isn't it?
Yeah.
For me personally, I'm actually in the meh camp. Actually,
really? Wow.
Mainly because I'm so drained after the Fallen Kingdom and Dominion fiascos that everything was hyped up. I was looking forward to it, saw the films, and then was disappointed afterwards. And I'm going into this film with a bit of a cautionary footing this time. So rather than getting like, oh, it's going to be like the first film, it's going to be brilliant, it's going to be wonderful, nostalgia, blah. I'm learning very quickly now that Universal are pumping out content that they think the fans want, as opposed to listening to the fans and giving them a version of what they want, but it's better rather than exactly what they want. At the moment, it just feels like, yeah, you like Raptors, yeah, well, we've got blues everywhere. Oh, you like the T-Rex? Oh, yeah, Rex everywhere. Chris Pratt's hats. It's just like, yeah, we don't, yeah.
Yeah, I think like with the Chris Pratt thing, and they were definitely on that bandwagon of superhero, weren't they?
Yeah,
and I think that's what the thing about the original trilogy had, is that although we had our characters that we loved, like Alan Grant and Ian Malcolm, they were more of they weren't heroes, were they?
No.
Like the first film, Alan Grant became a hero as part of his arc, but we didn't look at them in the same way as we look at Chris Pratt.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So
I guess stare down the T-Rex, stick his hand out, and be like, "Clever girl," or anything like that, did he? He kind of like threw the flare, stood still, and went to rescue the kids.
He was just the paleontologist that had a little bit more of an idea than anyone else, didn't he?
Yeah, so, and that's all he needed.
None of us have a clue what the hell's going on, but you know a little bit more than us because you know dinosaurs better than us. Other than that, that was about where it lied.
Exactly. So there we are.
Let's end it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all in all, pretty much happy. Can't wait to see what happens, and the fact that it's under a year, can't wait.
Yep.
We've got Chaos Theory next, haven't we?
I think we do. Yeah. When's that?
I think it might be November, maybe even December.
Okay. So I'm actually pretty excited for that. I enjoy Chaos Theory more than
Dominion, I think.
Yeah.
Matt, you need to give it a go. It's so much better.
It.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
it was better, wasn't it?
Spacious, but it's just still like, yeah.
Go on then, Steve. Sorry.
Yeah. No, so thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And just one thing left to say.
Life.
Find a way.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.